Welcome. Thank you for joining me for our lower body strength workout and standing abs workout today. Here is a selection of weights that I'll be using. I've got a light to moderate weight for the warm-up, and then I've got heavier weights for the rest of the challenge. So I'm going to push myself on some of the exercises today to try and go a little bit heavier. So maybe if you are ready to do that, but you're a little bit reticent and you think, how can I go heavier? I'm not so sure. Where do I do that? Then this, hopefully, when you can see my process, it will help you with yours. If you are going with bare feet, just bear in mind that you're working with heavy weights, so you just need to be really mindful and really careful. And just to remind you, if you've got any orthopedic issues, for example, if you've got any pronation or eversion or any knee or back problems, you may prefer to stay working with your shoes on to make sure that you maintain correct technique all the way through. So we're timing this. They are 2-minute rounds. So I will pop the timer on, and we're going to start with a light to moderate weight for our warm-up, please. So feet are hip width apart, and I'm going to deadlift for 2. So I take that down for 2 and lift for 2. Now it's a partial deadlift. Can you see I'm only coming down as far as the top of the knees? So I'm just warming through the body. I'm not going too big too soon. Now I feel quite comfortable with that, so I'm going to go down a little bit deeper. And I breathe in on the way down, breathe out as I come up. So I take that down a little bit more and back. And I'm going for 4 more of those. So I'll take that 4 and back. 3, 2 more. 2, 1 time more. And then I'm going to keep the weight equal through both feet, and I'm going to go side, center, side, center. I draw the abs in to support my back and to engage through my middle. And again, so now we change the exercise up. I'm going to squat down for 2. So I take that down for 2 and lift. I take the feet a little bit wider for that. And just as with all of the other exercises, I'm going to take my time, start with a small range, and then build up and go bigger as we go. So I take that 4 and push. 3, 2 more to go. 2 and push up 1 more time. Now I'm going to take 1 leg forward, 1 leg back, and I drop, drive into my lunges. Now I found the problem with working with bare feet on a wooden floor, sweaty feet. I'm going to end up doing the splits. I might have to get my mat out at some point. Let's change. I know that was too much information, wasn't it? And again, 4 more. So we take that 4, keep going. 3, keep going. 2 and 1. Great. Today's the day where I moved my mat to a different part of the room. Oh my goodness. So I would like you to pick up weights that are going to be appropriate for your lunge. Let's do that first. I'm ever so sorry. So 1 minute each leg. Here we go. I take it drop, drive. Normally my mat is behind me in the corner, but I'm going to do some quick filming just after our sessions today. So I thought I'd set it all up the other end of the room for filming. There we go. And again. Keep the shoulders back. Stay on that. Good, good. Deep breathing through. Stay on that. And again. How's that feeling for you? So you're working with enough weight to really feel those legs burning. Now this is not the move that I've chosen to up my weights, and I'll explain why in a minute. 2 more, last one, and then we change. Other trainers may have a different view, but for me, I think lunges, when you're working with free weights, are probably, when it comes to your lower body, out of your whole library of exercises, will be one of the latter ones that you increase your weights on, because you're working with an unstable base, which means there's a little bit of movement in those knees. So think of the difference between a pole and how much stability that has, because your feet are quite close together, and a pyramid. So with squats, your deadlifts are more like pyramid bases, and that is and the way that you use your legs. See here, I've taken my back leg out of the equation a little bit. I'm only firing with one leg. So when you're powering up to increase your weights, go for something like a deadlift or a squat, where you're using both legs to power up. And again, and release. So I'm going to just take one weight, feet to hip width. Okay, so we breathe out, breath in on the return. So now working into our abs. Now I know those are huge generalizations. And I know this is our lovely group. We don't have any keyboard warriors. Before people say, well, you are using both legs both in the lunges. Yes, but the back leg is more redundant than it would be if you were doing a squat or a deadlift. The back leg acts more like a stabilizer in the lunge than a power driver. And again, how's that feeling? So if you wanted to go a little bit harder, you take the weight out. And your harder version today is to come up to the corner and back. So I'm keeping the hips square on, tummy pulled in, shoulders back and down. Now the next exercise, I'm definitely going to try and go a little bit heavier, and it's a deadlift. Now here's my extra caveat. If you've got back issues, then it may be that the deadlift will be great because it will help strengthen, but you may want to wait until you move on to your squats and use your squats to try and increase your weight. Now with the abs that we did, standing abs, if you could feel it through your whole of your torso after Tuesday's session, great. If not, you need heavy weights. So think about increasing your weight for your standing abs as well. Again, with the caveat, unless you've got any back issues. One more either side. And change. So normally I'd use these for my deadlift, so I'm going to go a bit heavier. Now I might not get 2 minutes out, and I might have to go back down to those. Well, so be it, that's fine. So I take the feet to hip width, shoulders back, so I deadlift for 2. So take that down for 2, lift for 2. Now, certainly as you start to get heavier, we've got the music chugging along in the background. It's just background noise. I know that we do a lot of choreographed stuff in this group, don't we? But you're just working at your own pace, your own speed. Breath in on the way down, breath out as you drive up. Now it may be that when you start to work with heavier weights, that your forearms start to tire before your legs do. That's fine. If you get to the point where you feel that you're not really holding the weight safely, just go for lighter, but the next time do a few more reps. So now we go 3 and 1. 3, 2, 1, and push. And that's exactly the issue that I have with these. So my body's quite comfortable, but I feel like I'm going to drop the weights. So if you get to that point, then you can start to invest in weightlifting gloves, or you can use a bar across the shoulders. In my cupboard, I've got a set of bar weights. So for example, with my legs, when I know that I want to move up to 10 kg, I won't be able to hold those, but I can put the weights at either end of a bar and lift that way. So I breathe in, breath out on the rise. Just 3, 2, 1 more to go. And those weights go down. Oh, hang on, we've got another minute. I think we have, haven't we? Let's go 3 and 1. 3, 2, 1, and lift. 3, 2. That's what happens when you talk too much during a live. And again, 3, 2, 1. Now my legs feel perfectly fine, but I can feel I'm going to drop those weights now. So that's where I'm going to switch up to my 5s, and I'm going to carry on with those. 3, 2, 1. So I'll keep going with those now in my deadlifts. But what I will do is I'll see if I can get a few more repetitions in next time before I have to put them down. And again. One more time. And release. So now I'm going to pop the weights down, and to give the hands and forearms a break for our standing abs, I'm going to come into a surface, and I stand quite a way away, and I bring the knees in, release, So the nice thing with this version is I'm just getting a little stretch across the palms and the forearms. Keep going while I chit chat. You've been lifting heavy weights, a nice stretch would be this. So what I'm doing here is I'm working out abs, but I'm also getting the same stretch in prep for the next exercise. So here I drop the hips in, and I come across and back. And again. Two more. Last one. And I'm going to come up, working into a little bit of balance challenge. And I'm going to rotate and back. Rotate and back. And again. So I rotate and back. So go for 30 seconds more. Then the next strength move, I'm going to go for squats. And again, I'm going to have a go at putting my weights up. And it's on that one that some of you may choose to join me today. Again. Last one. And release. So now, coming all the way back, I'm going to pick up my heavier weights with my usual weights nearby. And I take the feet just outside of hip width, weight equal through both sides. And I'm going to come down for 2 counts. So I take that down and push. Breath in, breath out as I push up. And again. Let's go, team. And again. So again, just like before, I can feel I can do about 30 seconds more, then it's actually my arms that are going to feel really uncomfortable and tired. So at that point, I'll switch back and I'll finish with my lighter load. Now it may be for some of you that it's actually your legs that start to fatigue with the heavier weight, and you can join me and you can finish with your lighter load. I think some of you that have gone heavier will surprise yourself, and I think you'll be able to make it through to the end of the round. Certainly I could with this weight if it wasn't for the upper body discomfort. And again, just 2 twos. So breath in, breath out to rise. 30 seconds. And again. Oh. Okay, nearly there. Last one. And those weights go to one side. And then from here, you can use any bit of wall space you want to, and just take that stretch through the front of the thigh. Oh. So how did you feel going with this? Let me know if you have gone with slightly heavier weights. If not, and you made it, can you hear me? I'm like properly out of breath. And you made it to the end of that workout and felt comfortable. Can you bookmark it? Can you give yourself maybe to the weekend? Can you come back in again on the weekend and try and do it with heavier weights? Now, if it were me, I think I've said to you before, I'd just buy some pop bottles, some water bottles, just fill them with stones or gravel or sand, and just go up half a kg. And then we change. Slowly come all the way out of that. Take the foot behind, push into the hip, and reach. And then we change sides, so the foot goes behind, and we reach. Fabulous. Thank you so much for joining me for our lower body strength workout today. I hope you found that useful. Let me know where you are with your weights. Let me know where you are with your progressions. And let me know if you need tips on anything else.